Yo, Big Kish back up in here. Y'all not gonna believe this. Now, y'all remember the Atlanta rapper Scooter, the one who passed for allegedly jumping over the fence and scarring his femur and breaking his femur and all that, and he passed away? Look. Now, that 911 call of a sister calling 911, right? She was saying that she's the neighborhood watch and was telling on a house. Come to find out, she the sister that was in the house. Yeah, and then come to find out, she's famous and popular all over the internet. See, she one of the messy girls. Y'all know like stuff like hip hop Hollywood housewives, and they be having the recordings of people fighting in the house and all that. She one of the messy type girls. Yeah. It's getting deep. Cause somebody lying out there. Somebody lying. A lot of people saying that the police did it. A lot of people saying he hopped the fence and broke his femur and all of that, which is, you know, something that can happen. But it's a rare event that something like that happens. You know what I mean? But yeah, come to find out that, hey, look, she was the girl that said, she talking about something. Yeah, I'm neighborhood watch, and y'all need to get out here. They in the house. They got this. They got that in the house, and there's guys coming in and out. And then she was like, yeah, I'm the next door neighbor. Come to find out, she was the girl that was in the house. Yeah. And guess what else, y'all? They locked her butt up. Yeah, they locked her up. They locked her up for making that 911 call. Shout out to Chigs Smooth for bringing us this video. I'm going to leave a link in the description. We here for all of it. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
YouTube.
Chigs. Yeah.
You know what to do.
Can't get away with this one.
Smooth. Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BREAD5.
Hold on, let me make sure these. Yo, hold on.
And today we are here talking about this tragic young Scooter situation. Now, for those of you who may not know, over the weekend, tragically, young Scooter did pass away. Now, ever since he passed away, people have been trying to get the exact details of what happened and what exactly led to his passing. There are two things that we know that are facts. There is a fact that somebody called in to report that someone who was described as young Scooter was assaulting a woman and holding her at gunpoint.
Right.
The other fact is that when the police arrived, young Scooter did flee the scene that the police were called to, and they did get pursuit, which ultimately led to his demise. Now, that's where things get a little bit tricky. There are different sides of different stories. Initial reports stated that young Scooter was shot by the police, and tragically, this did happen on his birthday. However, ancillary reports coming after that said that young Scooter died due to a leg injury he suffered while
he snapped his femur. They say he snapped his femur. Then I think his son had came out and said he's seen him jump plenty fences before. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? But I was saying in the first video, I was like, Atlanta police, they can't take this type of hit right here. They can't take this hit. Not on no rapper. They can't take this type of hit.
Trying to hop a fence in his attempt to evade being taken into custody. The police put out this statement saying their side of the story.
He was fleeing when officers located him on the other side of the fence. He appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg.
That leg injury proved fatal. He was pronounced dead at Grady Hospital. We're told officers did render aid, but Kenneth Bailey again pronounced dead at Grady. This, of course, a developing story with many layers. Atlanta police issued a statement overnight on their Instagram account about what happened, saying the GBI.
I wish somebody look on Google World, right, and go see how high that fence. I need to see how high that fence is. Cause a leg right there in your leg, your femur right here, boom. That sound like a leg shot, man. I think Atlanta is protecting the Atlanta police, right? They might be protecting the police. I'm gonna just say might. I ain't gonna say I think, but they might be protecting police. I don't think the police could take no hit like this. They can't take. They doctored it. They probably doctored up the story. Yeah, let's just say he jumped the fence and it. I don't know. Is that if his skin is torn, I can't see no bone just happening like that. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I just don't see that like that.
Is investigating. We will keep sharing updates as we learn them here on 11 Alive and 11alive.com.
And as you can hear in that statement, that is where they allege that the killing happened because of young Scooter cutting himself while trying to evade the police, in which he ruptured a main artery, ultimately led to his demise in minutes. However, as more details came out, it turned out that somebody actually swatted.
See, now it depends on how you jump the fence. When I jump fences, I jump it like I grab the joint and I jump all over. Now, if Scooter, if he was like, let's just say his stomach was full, he just got finished eating, was his birthday. He probably was eating, you know what I'm saying, stomach full. He probably like, shit, I don't feel like jumping this fence. I'm going to do it the other way. Y'all know a way how people be jumping on fences. They probably do like this. They probably put their leg on it, you know what I'm saying, put their leg on it, and then hop over it the other way. Me, if I jump a fence, let's just say this the fence. Me, I jump over the whole joint. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do my fences. I jump over the whole joint. I don't do that. I don't do that. That's the only way I can think. And probably like the top of the fence, you know, the top of the fence be like this. That's the only thing I could think of. If he sat on top of the fence, right? Probably sat on top of the fence, put his leg on the fence like this and sat up there, sat on the fence, and then it probably just cut somewhere up in there. Probably wherever the femur's located. He probably just cut it up in there somewhere. That's the only thing I could think of. That's what I could do. But me, if I'm jumping the fence, I'm doing whole body. I do the whole body. You know what I mean? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Young Scooter, and that's actually what led to the police even going to that location in the first place. Atlanta Police Department put out this press release and news report in their search for the person who made that phone call, because they do believe that that person made that phone call as a false police report, and that actually is illegal in Atlanta. And this is the news report that they put out searching for the person.
Now at 5, Atlanta police have asked for the public's help surrounding the death of rapper Young Scooter. Police say that he died after severely hurting himself while running away from officers on Friday in southeast Atlanta.
They say they were there responding to reports of a woman under attack. Fox 5's Rob Durienzo was first on scene Friday night. Rob, what are you finding out about that 911 call?
Hey there, guys. Well, there are a lot of questions about that 911 call that led police to the home where rapper Young Scooter was celebrating his 39th birthday Friday night. It's not clear if police ever found the woman the caller claims was being...
So they was looking for the woman. They finally found her and they locked her up. So they going off of the beginning right here. We gonna get to the girl. We gonna get to the girl, y'all.
It's not just a matter of it bleeding, but there's a pulse. So there's an increased loss of blood because of the pulse of the femoral artery.
Fox 5 captured
to the femoral artery. So the only thing I could think of is the fence. The top of the fence was sharp and cut him. I can't see him jumping down over. That's why I said I don't know how tall the fence is. I don't know how tall that fence is. Let's see if we can get a little area view up in here.
Police back at the home on Monday. The people.
I know that ain't the fence. Nah, that better not be the fence right there. That's a wooden joint.
Inside told us they were too heartbroken to go on camera.
Is that the fence back there? Nah, I can't see. But Scooter, he do look short. He do look short. I don't know.
Dr. Bennett says these injuries can quickly turn deadly if there's not a...
Nope. I was wrong. So it can't be the sharpness of the fence, because you got the joint with the dog ears up there. And those ain't even dog ears. That's a flat joint. So nah. And that fence ain't even tall for him to jump down and, you know what I'm saying? Nah. I don't know. This sound like a joint you running, and one hit him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what that looked like. That's what that sound like. But let's get to the messy girl. Let's get to the messy girl, y'all. Let's see. There we go. Oh, they together? Hold on.
None other than a Zeus actor who is on the show Baddie.
Oh, yeah, well, there we go. Here we go.
Fox 5 News.
Wow, some
Here we go,
chilling
y'all.
audio
Check it
there.
out. Check it out.
Rob, thanks.
Now, when that police report came out, of course, it went instantly viral. And of course, if you're in Atlanta, you're going to be hearing nonstop, hey, who is this person? And it got everybody thinking, who's this person? And people were trying to figure it out. As things would turn out, the person who actually made the call would end up coming forward. And it was none other than a Zeus actor who is on the show Baddies that goes by the name Demi Blanco. This is her profile here. As you can see, she's not.
So it's a girl named Demi Blanco. Demi Blanco. She says she Muslim. Muslims ain't gonna be around all that smoking and all that stuff. So that's cap right there. You know what I'm saying? Baddieville. Matter of fact, a Muslim chick ain't gonna be down with nothing, no baddie joint, no baddie club and all of that nonsense. Showing off your, you know what I mean? Ain't gonna be down with that.
Not that big of a creator. However, she did have her own side of the story, which she told via Instagram Live.
There's a reaction for every action. This is part A.
Nah. You heard how she said that? It goes with every action, there's a reaction. She remixed it all up. They ain't know what she's talking about. Check it out. Listen, y'all.
Via Instagram Live.
There's a reaction for every action. This is part A. You guys didn't have part A. You guys only had part B. And the narrative, it looks like I was trying to set this man up because you guys don't have part B. I'm giving you part B. I'm giving you what led up to the call. I was physically abused, so I called to protect myself. That's the issue. That's part A. I never.
What you doing there anyway if you're a Muslim? Ain't this around Ramadan and all that? This is the beginning of a new year. What are you doing? And why your hair's not wrapped up, sis, if you Muslim? Why you got that in your hair if you're Muslim?
Never had any intentions to get anybody hurt. I was the one that was getting hurt.
And you sound like you need to blow your nose.
And I came here to say my truth. That's it. That's all. I don't want no clout. I don't want anything.
You do want clout because the first thing you went to is IG. Is that IG live or was she on Facebook or whatever? That you do want clout. Because you set up your live, you wait for your people to come in, and you looking at all the comments, probably reading it, getting all this gratification from the comments and all of that. Okay, let me show myself. She couldn't take it. She couldn't take everybody talking about her and she just being quiet. She couldn't take it. Oh, no, it's too much clout. Hold up. Let me go and get some of this clout. Let me go and put myself up out of there. Let me go and let everybody see my face. That's what it is. She doing this for clout. She doing this for clout and she need to blow her nose.
All these troll pages, y'all don't know me. None of y'all know me at all. At the end of the day, I'm a woman and I was physically abused multiple times.
Now, as you can hear.
Now, I'm not downplaying that. She was physically abused. Hey, look, I apologize. But something sounded a little shaky, you know what I mean?
In this video clip, she's very, very distraught. And she seems like she's very, very guilty for what she did. At the end of the day, it looks like she may have broken the law. And it looks like the Atlanta Police Department definitely do want to sit down and talk to her. Now, if they do decide to press charges on her and she is convicted, she faces up to 5 years in jail. Recently, Atlanta actually passed a law making it illegal for people to be swatted. More details are actually coming out and people are refuting that story. A lot of his close friends and family are saying all of that is BS and he was actually shot by the police and that's what led to his demise. And most notably, Young Thug actually recently just tweeted that same exact narrative. This is exactly what Young Thug tweeted. So what Young Thug tweeted was, autopsy came back, street got shot. Now, these claims were...
I don't know. Hey, look, I'm gonna say this to Young Thug. Hey, look, you might want to go and stay up out of this, man. I know that's your people and all of that, but look, hey, listen, you might go and calm down, go sit down somewhere. You still got that 15 years hanging over your head, boy. Hey, look, But yeah, hey, look, this sound about, listen, when they showed me that wooden fence, hey, look, I can't, I ain't going with that. I ain't going with that. I can't go with that. Can't go with that. That wooden fence piercing your skin? Nah. Remember, the police is human beings too. They mess up too. And this is just a hit that they can't take. They can't take that. A rapper? They can't take that.
Were absolutely stunning for the public. Even though people thought like, hey, you know what, there was foul play involved and the police definitely did have something to do with it. However, the police doubling down on their story had some people convinced that maybe they were telling the truth. However, with this Young Thug news that he just brought to the timeline, he doesn't come and just say it like everybody else is with accusations. He says he got the autopsy report in his hands and that the autopsy report came back that young Scooter was shot to death. So if that is true, things are going to get a lot more murky.
So Young Thug got the autopsy report. I don't know, man. I don't know.
And it really just brings up a bunch of different questions about this whole situation. The Atlanta police have actually just arrested Demi Blanco for this swatting. So I'm going to read the exact statement from the Atlanta Police Department. On April 1st, 2025, 31-year-old Demetria Spence was taken into custody by the Atlanta Police Department and charged with transmitting a false public alarm under OCGA 16-10-28, subsection D2. If serious bodily harm or death results from the response of a public safety agency. Ms. Spence was wanted for her involvement in making a false 911 call regarding a person injured/deceased incident that occurred at 273 William Nye Drive Southeast on March 28, 2025. Ms. Spence was transported to the Fulton County Jail for processing. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Murder, she wrote. She's going straight to jail. And it looks like likely they're going to be pursuing full charges against her. And it's sad that somebody that probably had a bright future doesn't have much anymore. So what do you guys feel? Do you feel as though she deserves to go to jail for sure because of what she did? Let us know in the comments.
Nah, if it checks out what she's saying and they was doing stuff to her and she had to like speak in, I don't know. It don't make, man, I can't even explain what she did right now. This is wild. This is wild. So she was saying, why she just didn't say, look, I'm in the house. And then if they was doing something to her, how did she go get away from him to call the cops and be on the line for so long? Did she go to the bathroom and say, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go use the bathroom. I don't know. This is messy. This is messy. This is very messy. What you doing in the house in the first place? If you practicing your Islam and all that, you know what they do. This is messy. This is messy. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.